We're here today just having finished installing our new exhibition, Reinventing the Readymade Century, which brings together over 50 artworks around the idea of the ready-made. And we're particularly doing this exhibition now because it's the 100-year anniversary of Marcel Duchamp's first ready-made, the bicycle wheel. It's quite hard for us to understand, I suppose, how subversive it would have been to install just a basic bicycle wheel on a domestic stool and say that it was an artwork. I mean, now we're so used to a kind of pop understanding that, you know, many things can be artworks, but at that point there just was no precedent for that type of way of thinking. The impact of the ready-made was really within the American context in the 60s. You know, of course we have our own history that relates to that more international history, but it's nice to really present these works beside each other. Things have a new riff off each other that, you know, perhaps they haven't had the opportunity to have before.
The title of the work is Smile, Bauhaus, Babushka, Sunday Boogie Woogie, Model for a Prog Rock Sculpture Park. It's made from 1999 to 2007 and remade in 2013 specifically for this show at MUMA. My practice is dealing with lots of things to do with the ready-made, or more specifically the all ready-made, which means I recycle a lot of objects and artworks from my past and reconstitute them as new works. I've always been interested in the idea of kind of using what's at hand. I use drink cans a lot. I guess it's kind of a oblique reference to Warhol's work where he used a lot of consumer items. I'm kind of interested in how, in the artwork, the objects kind of have a life of their own. Putting them in an art gallery actually kind of extends the life of the object in a way. Actually exhibiting in an exhibition with Duchamp, I guess it shows the legacy of his ideas, and I guess it's not even necessarily to do with the object.
I have been working with the ready-made for some time, probably over 10 years, and it allowed me to work more conceptually. For the piece titled Stretch, I've taken 2 planet lamps. There's a tension in that work that it could collapse at any minute, so there's a precariousness in the way that the work is structured, and it's a little bit suffocating. I'm working from a position of genuine curiosity or intrigue before I actually take those elements into my studio.
Some of the things that you might take as a given, it asks you to question them again. Is this environment different from the world outside of it? You know, and if so, why is it different, and what is that difference about? So I think that's one of the questions that the ready-made does ask. You know, what is the role of art, and what is it? How is it different from other things in the world? You know, we're kind of surrounded by a plethora of objects and things now that are distributed so much more widely. So therefore, what then is the art object in relation to that, you know, is an interesting question.